2015 hosts two very special events for New Zealanders and Australians. The two countries are hosting the 2015 Cricket World Cup, and it's the 100th anniversary of Anzac Day. And not too long ago, the two brothers-in-arms battled it out on the cricket pitch.
The Cricket World Cup trophy continued its journey around the country and this week found itself in Blenheim to witness a tri-service cricket tournament between the New Zealand Air Force, Army and Navy, with an additional guest spot for the Australian Air Force. For the 2015 World Cup organisers, it was an opportune moment to promote next year's tournament.
Only 1 year to go till the tournament now, so lots of work to be done, but the excitement's building really nicely. We really felt that we'd like to commemorate World War I in some way, given it's the centenary in 2015 during Cricket World Cup as a co-hosted tournament with Australia, so it made a lot of sense to be here today.
Sir Richard Hadley was in attendance as part of the promotional team, and the fact wasn't missed that the visiting Aussies served as a reminder of the last Trans-Tasman World Cup tournament.
Yeah, well, in '92 we really did take the Australians by surprise at Eden Park, and of course we had a wonderful victory there. We're going to be playing them again in the pool round, again at Eden Park. Now, whether that can be replicated remains to be seen, but I think the big thing we have at the moment is some good choices and depth in our side and players that really want it, and I think we've got a lot of world-class players in our side at the moment.
The top of the South Island will of course feature in next year's competition, with one of the country's newest international venues a close neighbour to Blenheim.
Saxton Oval's a new venue for us in Nelson for Cricket World Cup, and that's just been tested with the West Indies ODI this summer, and it came up really well. The Nelson people really got behind the match, so that was a really good vibe there. We've also got Hagley Oval in Christchurch, which will be, I mean, it's a venue that's been around for a very long time, over 100 years, but it will be obviously redeveloped a little, and it will be showcased for the Cricket World Cup in 2015.
We come down nice and early, and Paddles was here with the World Cup, so it was good to see. It was, a lot of kids came down to have a look too. Good for the spirit of the game and for advertising New Zealand for next year.
So this is obviously the New Zealand Services Tournament, and after this, this tournament will select a New Zealand Defence Force team. We always have a fourth team that comes along to our Services Tournament, and the Defence Force will usually play that fourth team in an invitation match to finish off with.
Keep working it, keep the pressure, chatter, get the chatter happening. Let these guys know that this is an Australian Air Force team out here.
Chatter happening.
Time to do it now.
You have a number of tours. We've done 3 tours over to Australia, the International Defence Cricket Challenge. There's been a number of just individual team tours over to various countries, mainly Australia, to be honest, was the big one for us. And that sort of rolls around every sort of 2 to 3 years.
Included in these tours is their own type of mini World Cup, known as the International Defence Cricket Challenge.
There's a number of sides. We've had a Pakistani side. The Malaysian Air Force turned to be quite a good team, so does the Pakistanis actually, to be honest. A couple of teams from the UK, and then all 3 services from Australia and New Zealand have generally turned up to all those tournaments.
This game is actually being played for the Hayden Madsen Memorial Cup, and that was a player in the Royal New Zealand Air Force that was tragically killed in the Iroquois crash at Easter a few years ago, and a lot of the Australians who played against really respected him as well. So every time we come up against the Australian Air Force, we play for the Hayden Madsen Cup. We've played the Services Tournament every year, and we've managed to hold on to it for 14 years, so it's a pretty big year. I'd love to do it for 15.